I was trying to make a video about uh, Rocket Raccoon in the Infinity Wars. I fucked up. I don't know how to put it in the clip that I made. I'm trash at editing, so it's gonna go on after the video. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about the War of Infinities, or the Infinity Wars. Not really the whole movie, just the parts with Rocket, and more specifically, how people don't acknowledge how emotional they are, in my opinion. Every time I hear anybody talking about the movie, they're talking about Spider-Man's parts, one specifically, and how it really got to him. But I think the parts with Rocket are way more emotional, in my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why. So we have to, go back several movies to start this. But in the first Guardians movie, Groot dies. Rocket has to watch his best friend die. And sure, they find a twig and he gets reborn or whatever. But from the director, James Gunn has told us that the Groot that they got from the twig is not the same Groot as the one that died. So all new Groot. But even if we were going to, say that it is, even though, or let's say what the director tells us out of film is not technically canon or whatever, he still had to watch his best friend die, regardless. And that's really fucked up. So after that, you get his story in Guardians 2, which is, a minor story, about him stealing batteries and kind of being distant after doing so. He knew that he did something wrong, but he didn't want to, feel guilty for it, maybe? Even though he knows he should, he didn't want to show that to his friends. So he acts like he doesn't care. And that's kind of his story throughout the whole second one, is he is trying to make people think that he doesn't care about them or anything, even though he does, very much so he has all these newfound friends, and he's thinking that they're gonna leave him, or that they're gonna leave him because he's being an asshole or whatever. And at the end of the movie, it all culminates into a scene, a very short scene, mind you, that is overshadowed by Yondu's funeral. And so I'm gonna show you that. So in that scene, Star-Lord, realizes that, oh shit, Rocket actually does care about us. There's more to Rocket than I thought there was, and shit like that. Um, that really got to me more than Yondu's funeral. So he cares about his friends, right? We've established that um, now in the second Guardians film. He cares a lot, all right, to the point where he's trying to save people. Um, there's a point in the movie where he says, like, Gamora is like, "Where's Star Lord?" And she's trying to go after him because he's gonna like sacrifice himself to save everyone. Um, and Rocket stops her. He doesn't let her do it. I think he like shoots her with like a stun gun or some shit. I don't remember. Uh, I could watch it right now, but I don't remember. So he's like, I can't lose more than one friend in a day or something like that. So he's getting ready in his mind that, oh shit, one of my other friends is gonna die. Okay? That would be his second friend dying. Instead, Yondu ends up passing away. But you see how much he cares, which sets up for Infinity Wars. And lots of spoilers, so if you're watching this shit, you better have seen it. Otherwise, get lost. Like, hit the road. That's all the warning I'm gonna give you. So, a shit ton of people die in Infinity Wars. And one of them that doesn't die is Rocket. However, every single other Guardians member dies. And he has to watch Groot die again. That hits me hard. Hits me really, really hard compared to Peter Parker's scene. Rocket, who showed that he cares a lot for his friends, and Guardians 2, has to now deal with the fact that they're all dead. And he's not. And presumably, he didn't help his friends, or should I say, he could have helped try to save them, presumably. There's a point in Infinity Wars where he goes off with Thor to make a new hammer, and Star-Lord, another very subtle scene, just like the one that I showed you. It's like, I don't know, probably 5 seconds in the movie. Star-Lord very seriously says, you don't want to go with us because you're afraid of Thanos. Like, you don't want to die. And Rocket shrugs it off with, some quippy, funny comments, and then they leave him and Thor. But that, you have to think about, like, oh shit, Rocket is thinking that. Rocket is thinking about that moment, and he's like, oh, I fucked up. I should have helped my friends. And it's just, I could see it. Like, I can see it. It's just really fucked up. Like, he has to basically have, like, how would you feel if all your friends that you knew died? Every one of them. And you're the only one alive. And you could have helped save them. sort of. Like, you could have gone with them to fight, at least. And you didn't. Like, imagine how he feels. Probably feels really shitty. Anyways, just something to think about. It, I just felt that I should bring it up because out of everyone that I've watched the review of Infinity Wars and Guardians 2 and everything, I don't mention this shit. They should.
He didn't chase him away.
No.
Even though he yelled at him, that was always mean. And he stole batteries he didn't need.
Well, of course not.